Introduction. Nature isn't always nurture. In the human world, motherhood is often portrayed as an act of unconditional love, a force that nurtures, protects, and sacrifices without hesitation. Stories of human mothers braving danger, giving everything to raise their young, dominate our culture and expectations. Naturally, we assume the animal kingdom works the same way. We imagine that all creatures feel some version of that deep, emotional bond between mother and child. But nature doesn't follow our emotions. Nature follows survival. In the wild, motherhood isn't always nurturing. In fact, it can be cold, calculating, and even cruel. Some mothers walk away moments after birth. Others hand off their young to strangers, knowingly or not. Some watch their own offspring die and don't lift a paw, because lifting a paw might cost them everything. This is not a failure of love. It's not a lack of care. It's an evolved strategy, honed over millions of years, shaped by harsh environments, limited resources, and the brutal arithmetic of survival. Today, we dive into the world of nature's most unconventional mothers, the ones who break every rule, challenge every assumption, and prove that parenting comes in many forms. From parasites to giants, these are the bad moms of the wild. One. The cuckoo, nature's freeloading mother. The cuckoo doesn't build nests. She doesn't warm eggs. She doesn't feed chicks. Instead, she watches and waits. She tracks other birds, small, hard-working parents like reed warblers or pipits, and notes when they leave their nest unattended. Then she strikes. In under 10 seconds, she lays her egg in their nest, often removing one of theirs to make room. Her egg is carefully evolved to mimic the host's, fooling the parents completely. But the real deception begins after hatching. The cuckoo chick emerges early, often blind and naked, yet driven by instinct. It begins pushing the other eggs or chicks out of the nest. One by one, the rightful offspring are ejected, left to die on the ground. The foster parents don't resist. They raise the imposter with dedication, feeding it constantly, unaware it doesn't belong. It grows faster, larger, and louder than anything they've raised before. The cuckoo mother, meanwhile, is long gone, perhaps laying eggs in another nest. She may never see her chick again, and yet, her legacy spreads with each deceitful birth. It's not love, it's exploitation, and it's worked for millions of years. 2. Parasite moms, living cradles of horror. Some creatures take outsourcing to an even darker level. Parasitoid wasps don't just skip parenting. They turn other animals into living incubators. A female wasp finds a caterpillar or spider and injects her eggs inside its body. The host stays alive, for now. As the larvae hatch, they begin feeding on its tissues, carefully avoiding vital organs to prolong the host's life. The creature remains active, moving, eating, completely unaware of the death growing inside it. Eventually, the larvae grow large enough to burst out, killing their host. Their mother is long gone, having left behind a death sentence disguised as life. Tachinid flies take a similar approach. They lay their eggs on the surface of an unsuspecting insect. Once hatched, the maggots dig into the host, hollowing it out from the inside. Again, no parenting, no nest, no protection, just a living meal. These mothers never know their children. Their legacy is survival through horror, a perfect evolutionary transaction, life for one, death for another. 3. Sea turtles, lay and leave the sea. Turtle Mother is a solitary figure, ancient and instinct-driven. She returns to the beach where she herself hatched, slowly dragging her massive body across the sand under moonlight. She digs a deep hole, deposits over 100 eggs and carefully covers them with sand. She might seem gentle, even maternal, but once the last egg is buried, she turns and leaves, never to return. She won't protect the nest. She won't see the hatchlings. She won't know if any survive. Predators begin their hunt the moment the eggs are laid. Raccoons, crabs, birds, and even human activity threaten the nest. When the eggs hatch, the tiny turtles must dig their way out and scramble toward the ocean, often under attack. Fewer than 1 in 1,000 survive. But that's the point. Sea turtle mothers rely on numbers, not nurture. If even one turtle reaches adulthood, she has succeeded. That's nature's equation. Cold, simple, effective. 4. Penguins, baby swaps, and cold choices. Penguins live in some of the harshest environments on Earth. In freezing temperatures and brutal winds, parenting becomes a high-stakes gamble. In species like the emperor penguin, mothers lay a single egg and transfer it to the father's feet before heading to the sea to feed. If the handoff goes wrong, the egg is lost forever. If the father stumbles, there is no second chance. Other penguins show more troubling behaviors. In densely packed colonies, mothers who return to find their chicks dead or missing have been seen attempting to steal chicks from other females. Fights break out, blood is drawn, some succeed, most don't. In tough years, when food is scarce, mothers may abandon weak chicks. Survival of one is better than the death of all. The cold makes no exceptions, and neither do the parents. To us, this seems heartless. But to a penguin mother, choosing where to invest her limited energy can mean the difference between life and extinction. 5. Hares. Hide, feed, and forget. Hares don't build safe burrows or cuddle their young in nests. They give birth in the open, hiding each baby separately in tall grass. The strategy is to avoid attracting predators to a central location. The mother returns just once a day, often at night, to nurse each leveret. She doesn't groom them. She doesn't linger. After a few minutes, she disappears again. This approach has trade-offs. She may forget where a baby is hidden. She might accidentally nurse another's young. Some leverets are never found. Others are eaten. But many survive, because spreading them out reduces the chance of a total loss. For the hare, motherhood is about silence, distance, and speed. A scream or misstep could doom them all. It's not nurturing, it's invisible. 6. Sharks. Cannibals before birth. Inside the womb of a sand tiger shark, multiple embryos develop at once. But they're not just floating peacefully. One will grow faster than the rest, and then it begins hunting. Before they're even born, these shark embryos turn on their siblings. The strongest begins consuming the weaker ones, absorbing their nutrients, growing larger with each swallowed rival. This brutal process is known as intrauterine cannibalism, and the mother allows it. She doesn't intervene. There's no protection, no separation, no nurturing. She simply continues gestating while the fittest eliminates the competition inside her. When the pregnancy ends, she gives birth to just one, maybe two, fully formed, powerful pups. Not fragile newborns, but miniature killers, already proven survivors. To the shark mother, this isn't horrifying, it's practical. She produces fewer offspring, but each one has already won a deadly tournament before even entering the ocean. 7. Pandas. Gentle looks, harsh choices. The giant panda appears to be one of the most peaceful animals on Earth. It ambles through bamboo forests, munching slowly, seemingly unaware of the world. But its approach to motherhood reveals a harsher reality. Pandas sometimes give birth to twins, but almost without exception, the mother will raise only one. The stronger, more vocal, more active cub receives all the attention. The weaker cub is ignored, left to cry, crawl, and fade away. This isn't carelessness, it's biology. Bamboo is a poor source of energy. A panda's milk supply is limited. Her body, already slow and energy drained, cannot support two growing babies. In captivity, zookeepers sometimes intervene, swapping the cubs in and out of the mother's care so that both survive. But in the wild, there's no such luxury. The panda's soft image hides a ruthless calculation: raise one well or lose both. 8. Lions. Pride before pity. Lionesses are celebrated for their cooperation and strength. They hunt together. They raise cubs communally. But when it comes to survival, they too make hard choices. A sick or weak cub may be ignored, especially during migrations. If the pride is moving and the cub can't keep up, the mother often leaves it behind. She doesn't look back. And when a new male takes over a pride, he kills all existing cubs, to eliminate the genetics of his predecessor and bring females back into estrus. The lionesses, they don't resist. Within days, they mate with the same male who killed their young. This behavior may seem barbaric, but it resets the pride's reproductive cycle. The females invest in offspring only when the dominant male is genetically secure. It's not heartless. It's logical, brutal biology. 9. Birds that abandon their own. Beyond cuckoos, other birds make questionable mothers. Some species, like house finches, zebra doves, and hoatzins, have been observed abandoning entire nests after disturbances. If a predator has come too close, or if food is in short supply, the mother may cut her losses and move on. In some extreme cases, birds eject their own eggs from the nest, especially if they sense deformity or environmental stress. Others may lay eggs and immediately forget about them, especially when overwhelmed by poor nesting sites or competition. The message from nature is simple. Don't waste energy where success is unlikely. Try again under better conditions. In bird parenting, even walking away can be a survival strategy. 10. What we call cruel, nature calls necessary. From a human perspective, many of these behaviors seem horrifying. We see abandonment, rejection, even murder. We judge them by our standards and find them lacking. But in nature, morality doesn't exist. Emotion takes a back seat. There's only one measure of success: passing on genes to the next generation. A bad mom in our eyes may be a perfectly adapted survivor in hers. Whether it's leaving a nest, ignoring a cub, or letting one baby consume another, these choices are part of a long, unbroken chain of evolution. In the wild, the best mothers aren't always the most loving. They're the ones who make the hard choices, the ones who walk away, the ones who, by doing less, ensure more of their kind survive. It may not look like love, but it keeps life going. And in nature, that's all that matters. Subscribe to our channel Savage and Serene to never miss new exciting shorts and full documentary videos about the mysteries of flora and fauna.